History is full of military blunders, leading us to a devastating and humiliating defeats. Let us cover the top 3 epic battle fails in history. Epic battle fail number 1. Having a father who reportedly sacked Paris, it was natural for Bjorn Ironside to outdo his parents. Thus, his target was Rome, the holy city, a once husk of its former self, but a challenge nonetheless. Bjorn and 62 ships set off for the Mediterranean. This would be the raid to beat all raids. When they reached Italy, the Vikings made their way to land and besieged Rome. The city put up a massive defense, so the Vikings had to retreat, until Bjorn and his brother Vitzer devised a plan. Vitzer would pretend that his brother and leader was on his deathbed. Having converted to Christianity, he wished for the Christian death rites. They then got access to Rome. After all, the bishops could not deny a rightful Christian a Christian death. Once inside the city, the coffin burst open and out leapt Bjorn, axe in hand. Him and the honor guards slaughtered the bishops and opened the city gates for the rest of the raiding party. When the fighting stopped, Bjorn proclaimed that he should now be the new ruler of Rome. At which this point, a brave citizen of the city informed him that Rome was actually south of this city, and he was actually in Luna. Bjorn Ironside had invaded the wrong city, and out of anger, he burned Luna to the ground and left Italy altogether. Epic battle fail number 2. In 1787, the Habsburg monarchy of Austria entered a war with the Ottoman Empire. The Austrians did this to honor their alliance with the Russian Empire at the time. In 1788, the Austrian army, composed of 100,000 troops led by Emperor Joseph II, set up camp near the town of Caransebes. At night, a hussar patrol brought some alcohol from gypsy merchants. The hussars then proceeded to drink alcohol when they returned to their camp. A nearby infantry unit wanted to join, but the drunk hussars thought that it was an Ottoman unit. The misunderstanding led to a fight as someone shot their weapon. The fight soon spread as more soldiers joined both sides. The fight became worse as many of the soldiers couldn't understand each other. This happened because the Austrian army was comprised of Austrians, Serbians, Czechoslovakians, and other nationalities. One example was a German officer that shouted "Halt!", which is actually interpreted as Allah by non-German units. The confusion got so large that the entire Austrian army believed that it was a massive Ottoman attack. The army soon fled from the said imaginary attack. A few days later, the real Ottoman Empire arrived at Caransebes. Completely confused with the sight of thousands of Austrian soldiers lying dead on the ground, they easily took the town. And for the final epic battle fail, we visit Australia in the year 1932. After the crash of Wall Street in 1929, the ex-soldiers of World War I were encouraged by the government to increase the production of wheat. In October of 1932, more than 20,000 emus arrived at the farms. With inadequate food and water available, they turned to the farms for their territory. Annoyed by the emus destroying their crops, the farmers who were ex-soldiers went to the Ministry of Defense and requested their deployment to kill the emus with machine guns. The minister agreed, and thus the Emu War started. On November 2nd, the attempt to defeat the emus started by herding them in a concealed place, but the army soon noticed something strange. The emus began to form small groups and would run, making it difficult for the soldiers to kill them. The army observed that there was a leader in each pack of emus who was keeping an eye on the army while the others were busy destroying the crops. Around 2,500 rounds of ammunition were fired in 6 days, but only 200 to 300 emus were found dead. Later, the army was forced to withdraw due to its failure to kill the emus. Many attempts were made later, but the army was never successful in being able to chase them away. And thus, the Emu War ended with the oversized flightless birds being victorious over the Australian army. Thanks for watching this video. Share with us any military blunders you know. What more history topics would you like us to cover? Please comment down below anything you'd be interested in. Like, share, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so. Until then, stay happy and stay curious.